Hey, I have been envious of the prosperous, of the ones whose lives look like everything. I have been praying for Psalm 73:2-3 says, but as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had almost slipped, for I was envious of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Asaph said it first. The psalmist, the worship leader, the one who wrote songs for the temple, he almost slipped because he looked at the prosperity of people who were not even trying to be faithful, and it nearly took his feet out from under him. If Asaph could say it, I can say it. I have almost slipped, and I am not the first. Oh, yeah. I scrolled through what everyone else has, the new house and the open door, the breakthrough that came easy, the thing I have been asking for. I see the family that looks whole, the marriage that looks healed, the business that took off while mine still stands still. And something in me tightens, something old and something tired asks why their field is flowering while mine is still acquired by the waiting and the trying and the praying through the night. I almost lose my footing, looking at what looks like their life. Almost slipped, almost envious, almost feet were gone, gone. Slipped, feet were gone, almost slipped. Oh, envious, oh, feet were gone, gone. I have kept my heart pure, the way the psalm describes it. I have washed my hands in innocence, I have tried to live it right. Still I have been plagued with the question every morning, why does the faithful walk feel heavier than theirs? This is not the wicked I'm comparing to, not the obviously broken life. This is the prosperous, the ones who seem to have it figured, while I am still figuring what faithfulness even costs. Plagued every morning, still pure heart, plagued morning. Why the faithful walk? Why mourning? Why faithful walk? I know what it is to do everything right and watch someone do less and receive more, to tithe and to trust, to wait on the promise while someone who never prayed gets the door. And I have asked the question underneath the question, was it worth it? Keeping my heart this clean when the prosperity went to everyone but me. Was it worth it? Asking, was it worth it? Heart kept clean, clean. Heart kept clean. There is a voice that says a faithful woman should not feel this, that envy is a sin to be hidden and not named, that the comparison is evidence of weak faith, not a human and honest pain. But Asaph wrote this in the songbook of Israel, in the worship of the temple, in the prayers of the faithful. This means the almost slipping is not disqualifying. It is the place
where the song begins. Almost where it begins.
Asaph
wrote it. Begin.
Asaph
wrote it.
Have you almost lost your footing?
Almost slipped.
Have you watched the prosperous and wondered why?
Why every morning? Why?
Is the purity worth nothing?
Was it worth it asking?
In the name of Jesus,
I have almost slipped.
I am not going to pretend this feeling is not real. I am not going to perform a faith that has not felt this. The comparison is real. The tightening is real. The why them and not me is a real and human thing. And I'm bringing it here the way Asaph brought it to the worship, to the place where honest things are allowed to be sung before they are resolved. Real and human,
Real.
brought here, real and human, before resolved, before human, before resolve. I know what it is to wash my hands in innocence and wonder if anyone noticed, to keep the faithful pattern while the unfaithful pattern seemed to prosper faster. And I have not found the answer yet, but I am not hiding this anymore. I am bringing
My almost
slipped feet into the place where Asaph brought us, and I am trusting that the same song that held his honest envy will hold mine too.
same song
Holds mine too. Same song holds, bringing it here, here, here. Holds, bringing it here.
Psalm 73 verse 16 says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Asaph tried to think his way out of the envy. It did not work. Reasoning did not fix it. Explaining did not fix it. And then verse 17, until I went into the sanctuary of God. He had to go somewhere, physically, into the presence, into the place set apart. And there, then understood I their end. The perspective did not come from more thinking. It came from more presence. Sometimes the comparison cannot be reasoned away. It can only be outgrown by standing somewhere bigger than the comparison. In the name of Jesus Christ, the sanctuary changes what the calculator cannot. Until I went in, everything changed. I tried to think my way out of the envy and the question. I built the case for fairness, and the case fell apart. Every time I tried to reason, the ache that would not listen, think it was too painful, it was not the way. So I went somewhere else, not in my head, in my body, into the place set apart, into the presence, something I could not access. says, through arguing or reasoning,
met me there instead.
until I went in sanctuary.
Until I went,
Everything changed. He's winning.
everything changed.
There I understood what thinking could not give me. Their end, their actual end. Not the curated version, not the highlight reel, not the moment I saw and envied from a distance. The whole story, not the chapter, the whole story.
Held differently
When I stood in the place where the whole
story
is the only thing that's seen.
there and understood.
His whole story understood.
Not the chapter, not
Understood.
the chapter.
When my heart was grieved and I was pricked in my reins, I was foolish. I did not understand. I was as a beast before you. That is not condemnation, that is relief. Because if Asaph, the worship leader, could call his own reasoning
Foolish,
then my comparison does not have to be the smartest thing I have ever thought. It can be foolish and forgiven, followed by something better.
foolish and forgiven.
Give east
Before you forgiven,
followed by better.
is forgiven.
Followed by better.
Oh,
A voice says the envy proves something is wrong with you. That the comparison disqualifies the faith. That the foolish feeling Asaph's name was a failure,
not a faith.
but verse 23 says,
Nevertheless,
I am continually with you.
nevertheless,
The hinge word
the foolish feeling,
did not end the relationship.
the continually
Was already true even during the almost slipping.
nevertheless with you.
His
Continually
nevertheless
did not end.
not
With you
did not end,
did not end, did not end,
did not end.
did not end.
In the sanctuary changed
Everything
until I went in.
changed.
Was the foolish feeling forgiven?
Nevertheless with you,
Is he guiding you still?
thy counsel leads
In
me.
the name of Jesus. Until I went into the sanctuary. I went into the sanctuary with my almost slipped feet, with my plagued every morning question, with my foolish envious heart I did not get explained to. I got held, thou holdest me by my right hand while I was still figuring out what had nearly taken me down. He was already holding the hand that almost let go.
Holdest my hand, his
Present tense, holdest.
already holding
His hand already holding. I know what it is to bring the ugly comparison into the beautiful presence and find they are not incompatible. The
sanctuary
did not require the envy to be gone. It required only that I go and in the going. The understanding came not because I earned it, but because the place held what reasoning could never give.
place itself
Holds his reasoning failed. Place holds understanding came. His holds understanding came. Until I went in changed.
nevertheless
With him
holds my hand.
his guidance me still counsel.
Until I went in, changed.
Everything new eyes.
Until I went into,
The sanctuary.
until I went
Into the sanctuary.
until I went
And nevertheless with him
and everything changed.
changed my eyes. Psalm 73 verse 25 says, Whom have I in heaven but thee? And there is none upon earth that I desire beside thee. This is not Asaph saying he no longer wants the things he envied. This is Asaph discovering that the wanting itself was aimed too small. The prosperity he envied was never the actual desire. It was a substitute for the desire underneath it. And verse 26 says, "My flesh and my heart faileth."
The flesh fails,
the heart fails. Asaph does not pretend. His strength is permanent. But God is the strength of my heart.
present tense.
Right now,
When the heart fails,
and my portion forever, not my portion today.
not my portion.
Until something better comes along forever. In the name of Jesus Christ, He has not forgotten you. He is your portion
Forever.
forever. But you, I have asked myself that question after the almost slipping, after the sanctuary changed my eyes. And the answer is not a list of things I have stopped wanting. The answer is a person bigger than the list. There is none upon earth that I desire beside you. Not because the desires were wrong, but because they were small. Substitutes for the one who was always the actual want. Underneath every comparison I have ever made,
Whom have I?
but you.
Heaven, whom have I?
None beside you, none. None beside you. Oh, my flesh
And my heart faileth.
that is not weakness.
Confess as failure.
That is the most honest thing
A person can say.
The flesh fails, the heart fails, the energy for comparing runs out eventually. The strength to keep up was never going to last, but God is the strength
Of my heart,
not my flesh's strength.
my heart strength.
The deepest place where the comparison lived now has a strength that does not come from me.
Strength of my heart,
His faileth
strength of my heart,
not from me. His
heart not from me.
and my portion forever. The portion language is the language of inheritance of what belongs to you permanently, not the temporary blessing that someone else seems to have. The permanent portion that cannot be lost, cannot be outgrown, cannot go to someone else, because it was never a thing. It was a person who does not change hands.
He has not forgotten me.
While I was almost slipping,
He has not forgotten me.
while I was plagued every morning, He has not forgotten me.
He has not forgotten me.
While I envied what looked like everyone else's blessing, He was already my portion.
Forever.
He has not forgotten
Not
portion,
forever.
not forgotten,
Not
already mine.
His.
Forgotten,
Already mine.
There is a voice that says, the portion language is for the resigned, for the ones who gave up wanting things and settled for spiritual comfort instead of real blessing. But Asaph was not resigned. Asaph had wanted the prosperity badly enough to almost slip. And from inside that wanting, he found something that made the wanting reorganize itself around a center. Big enough to hold it. Big enough to hold it. Big enough to hold it. His center. Big enough. Reorganized. You hold it. Reorganized. Whom do you have in heaven but thee? Only thee. Is there anything on earth you desire beside him? None beside thee, none. When the flesh and heart fail, what remains? Strength of my heart is in the name of Jesus, my portion forever. He has not forgotten you while you scroll through what everyone else has. He has not forgotten you while you washed your hands.